Okay, let's react to the
They
wild
sounds
update.
very, very intriguing. So what does it encompass?
So the word wild mainly means like two things for us. So the first thing is like beautiful nature, and the second thing is like really scary.
And this is my
challenges
first time
and
ever watching
adventures.
this, which
Ooh,
is
that
very
sounds
cool.
awesome. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna have some of our gameplay designers come and tell us more about specific things about the wild update.
Okay, so far I haven't seen anything, but the wild update and the name sounds very intriguing. It sounds very intriguing. I want to see what happens.
Because there's these different parts to it. And we have the first one here, which is our deep dark expert, Brandon.
Hello.
Hi, Brandon. Welcome.
Thank you.
So
This guy's cool.
we've moved the deep dark into this update. Can you talk to us more about why?
Yes, I mean, one of the biggest things about the Deep Dark...
King B Dogs. I've heard of this guy. He made the Aether mod. That's cool. That's sick.
and the Warden and the Skulk is that it's just expanded, it's gotten bigger, and we really wanted to make sure that we did this right and that we didn't just rush it. That includes even unique loot inside the Deep Dark as well. And yeah. We also want to make sure that let's actually look at some of the new things that we have in it right now, which is the ancient cities.
That's awesome. I can't wait. Oh, wow.
This is cool. By the way, I'm not gonna watch the entire video. I'm just gonna go through all of the cool features. Like this one. Bro, this is sick. And that creepy music. Oh.
Wow. It's like both beautiful and terrifying at the same time. Like, I have so many emotions when I look at that deep dark biome.
Yes, I mean, we really didn't want the Deep Dark biome to just be, caves or just skulks spread around. We wanted it to add a bit more mystery to it. And, there's this ancient city, and what is it doing there? We're not going to tell the players, we're just going to let them go throughout and explore and see what they come to. And there's even this, ancient structure in the middle of every single city, and it's got something interesting about it that you're going to have to explore in game.
It's really cool. I like, it feels like a place you want to explore.
Yes, I love that it really deepens the mystery of Minecraft. Like, Minecraft is all about player stories, and Deep Dark definitely inspires the storytelling, I think.
That's so cool. And so last year you showed us the Skulk sensor, but I know you've been working on it. A little Skulk family? It's a Skulk family.
Is it that
yeah, maybe they're not so cute.
Not so friendly, no. Yeah, last year we focused a lot on the Skulk sensor, but since then we've kind of been trying to figure out what do all the different blocks in this Skulk family do. And one of them actually is something called a Skulk catalyst.
Oh.
And the main thing about the Skulk catalyst is it's actually what causes the Skulk to spread. As you can see here,
What?
whenever a mob dies,
No.
such as a zombie, near the Skulk
Bro, that's
catalyst,
gonna
it
be
actually
cracked
spreads
for
the
mob
Skulk
dies.
underneath it. And the amount is
No
based
way.
on how much XP
That's so
that zombie would have
cool.
dropped.
Wow.
So, the Deep Dark, it's kind of overgrown with all these skull blocks, so that means that lots of mobs must have died there.
Quite a lot, yes.
Make it less scary. Oh, and as you can see here, when you mine some of the skull blocks, you actually get enchanting points.
Yes, and of course, if you still want to get some of the blocks for decoration or something, you can just use a Silk Touch.
And then we have the Skulk Shrieker. So when this block is activated,
Oh,
it's
that
gonna
is
give that
terrifying.
really scary shriek
I used to be
sound that you
afraid
hear
of the
right now.
caves.
And
What
it's
the
also
hell?
this darkness effect. So it's
Now I'm
like
gonna be
pulsating darkness.
extra scared. game has
see
become a
when you're
horror
sneaking
game
and
now.
you
This
step
is
on
no
a
more
sculpt sensor,
Minecraft.
even sneaking it will activate.
This is scary crap.
Wow, okay, definitely not a friendly family.
No.
And I will say to our younger viewers, in a minute we're gonna show you a clip that's a little scarier. But I mean, Brandon, those have so many things that players can do with them. Like,
Yeah.
what do you imagine them doing?
I think the Skull Catalyst is going to be really interesting because, you know, when you could create a mob farm with through the tech community. Usually when a mob dies, it doesn't drop XP unless you, the player, actually kills it. So with this, you might be able to create some sort of XP farm.
Ooh.
There's lots of opportunities.
And you can build like experiences for other players. Like imagine building like a haunted mansion or a really dark forest, and then you have the shriekers.
Terrifying.
So then, you know, when players out walking and then they activate the shriek and hear like,
That's amazing. Or
Metaphor.
you do that all around your world, and just whenever anyone's
Okay, I'm gonna
visiting
skip
you.
this part.
My question is, what was the inspiration behind the Shrieker?
Yeah, I mean, that's an interesting question. From the art side, we actually had the inspiration behind the human larynx, which is like the vocal cord or vocal structure or something, just something that represents kind of creating sounds. And as long as you don't activate the Skulk Shriekers, then the Warden won't come.
Oh,
But
the Warden!
if you do
Oh, I've
make
been waiting for
too
this.
many noises and the Skulk Shrieker
Oh,
activates
let's
too many
go.
times, the Warden will come.
Let's go. Ooh. I wanna die. What? He just emerged from the ground? What? And the heartbeat. The Warden's heartbeat is amazing. Props to the team, bro. Two hits in full netherite.
I'm kind of back to thinking that the Skulk family is very adorable and sweet after seeing that. Wow, there is a lot there, Brandon.
Definitely a lot to unpack. I mean, the first thing is that the Warden actually emerges underground. So that means you know that Wardens are kind of in the deep dark, in the walls, under the floor.
Bro.
And it also has developed a sense of smell. So, of course, you
No.
can sneak around and try
I
to
am-
be, quiet and not
I will never
get
be able to
detected.
beat this.
But unfortunately, the Warden's still going to be able to sniff you out and find where you are. And if it sniffs you while you're really close by, then it's going to start noticing you.
Wait, so basically the Warden is like, smell that? It's happening. And just like going for the
Pretty
players?
much, yes. It's not going to be fun for you.
no, and I love that we're adding that like sneaking gameplay because we haven't really had that before. So, you know, you are in the deep dark, everything's super dark, and you're sneaking, trying to find the treasures, trying to avoid the Warden. I think it's something really exciting with that.
Oh,
Really,
that would
really
be
cool.
so-
I mean,
that
I
is
think
so
you have
cool.
definitely upped the terrifying level, Brandon. And I just love how much you've expanded the Deep Dark to feel it's so immersive.
Yes, definitely.
It's really amazing. Thank you so much for joining us and scaring us half to death.
No worries, that's my job.
He's our
He
expert. Like,
definitely
if you want to do
scared
something
everyone.
scary, it's like, Brandon.
Thanks, Brandon.
I am
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Brandon.
well beyond scared to
So
play on this
Agnes,
update.
the Deep Dark is one part, this sort of very adventurous side of the Wild update, which the name is starting to really
Mhm.
become clear after talking to Brandon. And then the other part you said is really this more of that beauty and, you know, the atmosphere of Minecraft.
Yes, so we want to like celebrate the wilderness of Minecraft, and one thing we want to focus on is immersion. So when you play Minecraft, we really want you to feel that you're inside the Minecraft world. Actually, like we are now. It's so beautiful. And we also want to focus or have focused on biome diversity. So we want to find like a unique identity for different biomes. For example, the birch forest, as you can see in this beautiful concept art.
that's so
So in the birch forest, we
beautiful.
want it to be like light
Finally,
and
birch
peaceful,
trees
and the sun
need-
reaches
for
the
birch-
ground. the
birch
trees
trees
are
need
tall,
to get a
they
revamp.
flowers,
Like, it's just annoying. Like, you walk around the
beautiful.
forest,
It looks very
they just
Swedish
knock
in the
the
birch
birch trees.
forest.
That's true. That's actually very Swedish. Forest. Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
It's
and
so
then you
cool.
have, so you want to add more atmosphere to the different biomes, but there's one biome that you want, I mean, I would say you're giving it quite an overhaul. It's getting a lot more in the wild update.
Yes, that's true. And that's the swamp.
Wild update.
Oh, our art team is just so
That's
amazing.
swamp.
Such a beautiful concept art. And as you can see here, the
Fireflies?
atmosphere is really different from
Hog?
the birch forest.
Fireflies?
It really
There's a
is.
new
It's
lily pad.
amazing.
I can see
So
the
we have
flowers in
another
the
one
lily
of
pad.
our gameplay designers here and our swamp expert, Corey. Welcome, Corey.
Hi, Corey.
Hey, it's absolutely wild to be here.
Oh no, Corey. The puns are so quick to start.
It's Corey after all.
Oh, yeah, that
Yeah,
pun.
it's very on brand. So you're going to tell us about all of the, I mean, there's a lot of exciting things coming to the swamp. So what are we getting?
Yes, there are a lot of awesome things coming. The first of which is the boat with the chest in it.
Yes! They finally heard, they finally added it. Oh, that's... I wonder if it could be using, like, redstone things. Like, your getaway thing. Minecraft Curious is gonna make so many... He's gonna make good use of this.
It's so useful.
And relaxing.
Yes, and especially now, in Kips and Cliffs Part 2, we have even wider rivers, so it's easier to travel in water, so it's going to be, like, extra useful.
Why
Yeah, and like in the aquifers as well.
Yes, so, like, when you go rafting in the caves, you can, like, put your diamonds in the chest in your boat. Oh,
It's
That's
really
really nice.
amazing. And you've been working on what I think now will be my favorite tree in Minecraft.
Yes, we are adding the mangrove tree to Minecraft.
Oh,
So as you
I
can see
don't
here,
know what
this
a
is
mangrove tree
propagule.
is, but
When
it's
propagules
probably
grow from
cute,
mangrove trees, they're
cool.
actually like ready to grow mini mangroves growing from the mangrove. And you can see here the mangrove tree grows propped up on root blocks. It has vines hanging down
That
from the
is
leaves.
so
The propagules
cool.
are actually growing underneath the leaves. They actually grow from the leaves themselves.
it's sort of
And
like
I
a
really
jungle.
like how the
It's
propagules
like
are looking
jungle.
here. And okay, I'm just gonna nerd out on propagules for a
please
minute.
do.
Okay, so in real life, the propagules grow, like I said, from the mangrove tree, and then when they fall into the water, or like let's say they fall into water, they can float for up to a year before they plant themselves in the like water underneath the water or
Random
on land, wherever they
mangrove
happen to land.
facts.
And mangrove trees themselves are actually amazing for like local ecosystems, fighting climate change, for local communities. They're just super trees, and I'm really, really excited that we're adding them to Minecraft.
That's awesome. And this is the first sapling that you can plant underwater.
Yeah, you can plant it underwater and on land as well.
That's so cool. When you first showed me the mangroves and you talked about your favorite thing, the propagules, I actually remember playing in mangroves in Florida, and we would use them to like right in the sand.
Okay, let's see what else is
Be a
there.
new wood type.
Yes, the mangroves do come with a new wood type.
Let's
And like
go.
always when we add a new tree, we're so happy. Like we get so many questions from the
that's-
community, like, will there be
okay,
a new wood type?
Bet the entire Minecraft community is gonna tell them to change it. I mean, it's just jungle. It's literally just jungle. It's basically just jungle.
And therefore we're so happy that we were able to add a new wood type for the mangroves. And look at it, I think it's really pretty. And you also don't see like all the blocks here. It's gonna be like a full set for the wood types. There's gonna be like doors and cat doors.
It
and
looks
so on.
cool, but like it's just jungle.
I love it.
I'm so excited about mangroves, but I just need to mention another thing. Because we decided to go with like really big roots, and I think those are so cool, and we actually prototyped quite a lot back
I
and
think
forth.
they
and
used
it's
the
a bit tricky
alpha
to decide
block,
how the root should look like, as you see in this picture here. But now I'm so happy that we went with the like multi-block roots, because for example, when you like go with a boat, and then you can go under the mangroves, and I think that adds such
Oh,
a nice
that would be
feeling
so
to it.
cool.
Yeah, like in this picture.
I will
It's
play
really
so
nice
much
atmosphere.
Minecraft.
That's beautiful.
I really agree. And like when I was testing, I really loved that feeling of like being underneath it, being like this huge feeling. And I wanted more. I wanted to be surrounded by mangroves.
This guy's
So I
a
was like,
mangrove maniac.
why don't I just make a mangrove swamp biome where I'm completely surrounded by them? So as you can see in this
Bro,
video,
that's
walking
sick.
around, you're just completely surrounded in the mangrove swamp. It's just mangroves
Oh,
as
that's
far
not
as the eye
dirt.
can see. Just
That's
like
not
in real
dirt.
life.
I
You
thought
have
that was
all the
mycelium
mangroves
for a
propped
second.
up on
That's
the
not
roots,
dirt.
growing in the water,
Is
so
that-
you can take your boat underneath like Agnes likes.
I don't know
and
what
you're
that
just
is.
completely surrounded.
I
by the
thought
awesome
it was
beauty of
mycelium for a
It's so
second.
beautiful.
Oh, and I mean, during sunset, every time I was testing, I would actually like pause the day-night cycle just to watch the sunset in the mangrove swamp. It was super beautiful.
That's
Oh.
absolutely gorgeous. I noticed that that was not dirt.
Good eye, Lydia. That was wet dirt, otherwise known as mud.
Yes!
That's
mud.
amazing. So you've
Mud.
actually added mud to do something really cool.
Tommy's
Yeah, so
gonna
we're
love
adding
this.
really cool renewability mechanics to mud. The first of which is if you take a dirt block and pour a water bottle on it, then you can get more mud. And then the other one is if you take your mud block and you stick it on top of the dripstone, it will sort of like drip the water out
Yes,
of the mud and eventually
renewable
dry it
clay.
out, which turns
Renewable
into clay.
clay. We
I
finally
love
have
the
a way
renewable
to
clay.
get
Like I
clay.
always need more bricks. So perfect.
Other than
Yeah, your local
going
mason
in
isn't going to
swamps.
be super happy with you though.
That's actually true. I have this one mason, that's diamond tier mason in my village, and I always trade with them.
You're taking a villager's
I know,
job.
They might be a bit upset now, but still renewable clay.
Yeah, it's really, really cool. And you're also using mud to make a new block.
Yes, we're also adding mud bricks. So
Whoa.
mud bricks are a really, really exciting like building block.
That's
and
my
as you
new-
can see
that's
here,
cool.
the
That's
brick
my new
texture is actually
cobblestone.
different than the other stone bricks that we have in the game. So they're sort of smaller, more compact, but it is really cool like to build with. It matches a lot of different block
This
sets,
looks
and
sick.
I'm really excited to build with them.
I just love the look of them. They're awesome. So beautiful. We have a creator question for the two of you.
Oh, a creative question.
どうもこんにちはプチプチです。私からの質問はねこちらになります。
Hello,
どうして泥レンガを
Puri Puri.
追加することにしたのでしょうか。
I'm so excited they asked this question because I really wanted to answer it. So the main reason that I wanted to add mud bricks to the game is that I really wanted people to feel like they're okay. All around the world, there are houses built out of mud bricks. So many people around the world have houses, buildings using mud bricks, and I really wanted people who are playing Minecraft to feel like they could build their home and feel like they're at home in Minecraft. So I'm really glad we got to add them for that
That's
reason.
amazing.
Yes, it is. It's
Minecraft
so
is
important
just
for us
gonna
that like
be
everyone feels
So
equally
sick
welcome
in like
when playing
2030 or
Minecraft.
something.
Oh, that is,
I can just imagine
that
all
is
the possibilities.
absolutely amazing. Now, so we have like amazing new trees. We have mud everywhere.
I don't know what to say. On one hand, I like the update. On the other hand, I want just Minecraft to stay the way it is. It's good enough the way it is. But I want more. I don't know why.
We definitely need something very cute.
Yes. Well, very cute and quite derpy because we're adding frogs.
Yes! Oh! You could make some cool thing with that. You could use the boat with the chest, the skull callus, and the frogs. That would be an amazing combo. That would be a good trio. And the dripstone. You can use the frogs on the dripstone very well.
They are cute and derpy. That's the perfect description of them. The croaking is amazing.
And did you see the one that jumped like backwards?
One fell in the water.
Silly frogs, yes. And they do love to jump around, and especially on lily pads, and actually also on big drip leaves, because the big drip leaves kind of look like lily pads. But the funny thing with that is then when they jump on top of the big drip leaves, it's gonna tilt and then they fall down.
One of them did. It just maybe it's a like frog slide.
No.
Frog slide.
And you're adding another little tiny creature to
Itty
this
bitty.
update.
Yes, the
Tadpoles?
fireflies.
Oh, okay.
So you can see them roaming
Fireflies.
around, ambience to the swamp,
Called it.
making it feel just nice and cozy at night. But really, my favorite part of them is just
Mojang,
making the world
you
come
could
to
have
life,
done
like
this
feeling like
so
there's life going
faster.
on all around you. And oh yeah, also their frog food.
Could have done this
Yeah,
so
I
much
forgot to mention
faster.
that. Their frog food.
It's just particle
Fireflies.
effects. You
Yeah,
should
but look how happy that frog is.
Yeah, and
That's
they're
true.
beautiful frog food. So you
Mm.
can both enjoy them in the atmosphere and the frogs get to eat. So that's, you know.
Everybody wins.
Now, we're calling them fireflies, But Corey, is that what you called them growing up?
Actually, no, we called them lightning bugs.
I did too. And in Swedish, it's
eldflugor, and that's actually literally translates to fireflies.
okay. It's very interesting. It became like a lot of people talking about what you called it growing up. But we're really excited to have fireflies or lightning bugs in the game. I want to know more about baby frogs.
Whoa. Is it a
Yes,
tiny
so
version or is it the
all
tadpoles?
baby mobs in Minecraft are just like tiny versions of the grown-ups.
Yeah.
But with frogs, we're actually adding tadpoles.
I feel like you could. I want to put them in the buckets and just like. Oh, can we have like different variants of frogs? Because like in real life.
Once again,
That
you
also-
deliver on the promise of cute and derpy with the
We
tadpoles.
do.
Yes, and you can pick them up in a bucket.
Yes, and that's
Oh.
actually extra helpful for the tadpoles because we have frog variants, and when a tadpole grows up, it will pick a variant depending on the temperature in the biome it grows up in. So, for example, if it grows up in a really cold place, it's going to turn into a snowy frog. Yeah, as you can see here.
Snowy boy.
So, the frogs has kind of like two main systems. One is the
Oh, that's a
tadpole
normal frog.
system, and the other one is the cold-blooded system. So frogs are like the first cold-blooded animal in Minecraft. And in real life, there actually are frog variants that pick a color depending on, or they adapt their color depending on temperature. And we wanted to have that in Minecraft. We wanted to Minecraftify it. So therefore, the tadpole's going to pick a
Minecraftify.
variant instead, depending on.
Put that
on
in the
temperature.
dictionary.
That's so cool. And there are 3 variants.
Yes, it's going to be 3
Okay,
variants.
so we've seen 2. What's the third one?
The third one is the tropical frog.
Oh.
So let's say you were venturing out into the desert or the jungle, and you take your tadpole with you, and if it grows up there, it'll turn into
The guy
a
looks
lovely
so
tropical
chill.
frog. And what I really love about the tropical frogs is how just relaxed they look, and they like blend
He
into
is
the
so
sand
chill,
almost. They're
bruh.
just so relaxed.
This man vibing on the
Chilling.
sand.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think there was a reason that they were
Yes,
colored that way.
there is a reason they are white. So, I was reading a lot about frogs. Always when we had something new, we read up a lot. It's super fun because we can be really geeky. And then I learned about the real-life frog that's called gray foam-nest tree frog and lives, for example, in Angola, Botswana, and Kenya. And that frog can actually turn almost white to avoid overheating. So that's like the inspiration for the tropical frog in Minecraft.
I love all 3 of them. And you have these different color variations, but you also have something else special about the frogs.
Yes, so each frog variant is going to have something unique that will be useful for the players. But we actually don't even know what that is yet because we are working on the frogs right now.
That is so
Oh.
cool. So Corey, which frog is your favorite?
Oh, it's got to be the snowy frog. They look so cozy.
Ooh, I'm tropical frog. I'm very interested to see which
Yeah, mine
one
is
the
the tropical
community
frog.
loves
It's
the
so
most.
cool.
Or
It's
I
so
mean,
chill.
all of them. Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much for joining us, Corey, and taking us into a deep dive of all really cool swamp things.
Yeah, happy to be here.
Thank you, Corey.
Thank you,
Of course,
Corey.
I'm just gonna hop on out of here.
Bye,
So
Corey.
many puns. I like that.
This is quite an awesome update. And I mean, I
Oh.
really see the name for the wild update. You get a bit of everything in it.
Yes, and I
Not
love
only the
contrast,
jungles
yeah,
and
as you can
stuff,
see in this
but the
pretty concept
entire,
art. It's
like,
really like that
place, like,
beautiful nature and the
caves
super
and
terrifying
cliffs
deep
dark
dark, and I
too.
love that contrast between these two things.
It's absolutely amazing.
And okay, I'm gonna give one more bonus. The mod vote.
Can you help by telling what? What? I can.
In the wild update, and
Ally. That wasn't that much suspense. Okay, bye.